Yo, what's up guys? Bajheera here. So, we are about to log in and knock out some Mythic Zeros for the day. But before I did, I wanted to address a really popular question that I've been seeing in stream, and one that I just want you guys to know about in the first place, which is, okay, so we have all this stuff that just released for the new season, all these different PvP resources. How should you use them and how am I using them? And those are questions that I wanted to answer for you guys. Before I begin, I had some idea of what I was doing, but I definitely want to give a huge shout out to Magnusz for being someone who has done all the research and someone who I trust and has thought about this stuff a lot. So I was very glad to see that a lot of the things that I was planning are things that he recommends as well, that he's doing as well. So huge shout out to him, because there's also some cool things that I hadn't thought about that I want to mention to you guys that I saw him do. So first things first, you're gonna log in. There are all kinds of cool things going on over here. You want to grab a quest from this guy. One of them is going to be telling you to go to the Isle of Dorn and go do a bunch of stuff for Sparks of Life. And before you do anything else, make sure you come over here and talk to Lalandi for the Weapons of Conquest thing, because this is going to require you to earn Conquest in the current season. So if you just log in, immediately start queue and shuffle, I don't know, that could cause a problem if you don't have the quest first. And then also there's another thing that I tweeted about, where if you have some issue where you're doing quests and it's not counting towards the quest completion, there is a script to run, and I can probably also just find that right now. I'll have to maybe put it in the video for you. It's like script space C_party info, all in a word, .leave party with like a closed parentheses. So that's something you can do. But anyway, I'm trying to cover a lot of information because I got to log in and do PvE. But once you get your World PvP quest and your Conquest earning quest, the World PvP quest gives you like 1,000 bloody coins and a spark. Bloody coins are basically World PvP Conquest points, and then you have Arena and like your rated PvP Conquest points, and they can be spent over here. And Lalandi gives you a quest that you complete the Conquest earning, and you get to pick a weapon, a PvP weapon. So that's a pretty big deal. You're gonna want both of those things, all right? So then you have all these vendors, right? You have the War Mode Quartermaster who sells gear for the bloody tokens, and you have the Conquest vendor who's now sells gear for Conquest, all right? And now some of these things I have not done yet. I'm mythic rating this tier. That's very exciting. So I'm logging in and doing the PvE stuff. So I haven't done everything yet. But there are a couple things that I have done that I can mention. But most of this are things that I'm planning to do. So take it with a grain of salt and do what you want to do. But yeah, that's something I wanted to mention. Let me grab for you guys some notes. So another quest that you're going to get is whenever you do PvP stuff, you are going to get a quest for you to turn it in to the vendor, or turn it into somebody. Basically, it's like what you did in Dragonflight, where you would do a skirmish or something. It would give you a quest calling all gladiators. You go turn it in, and you get these tokens that you can use to craft your gear. So now, what you'll get is you will get 9 forged gladiators heraldries, right? And then what you'll do is with some of your conquest, you'll come over to this person, and you're going to buy 1 more forged gladiators heraldry. Or you can, I guess, come over here and do it too, right? You can buy one here as well. And then you'll have 10 forged gladiators heraldries. And with it, you can craft a 639 weapon, a 2-handed weapon. And that's going to be insane because you know, having a weapon already is going to be nuts. And furthermore, you can embellish that bad boy. And once you embellish it, my recommendation is going to be embellishing it with Symbiosis, which is a stacking versatility buff, which should be really sweet. So where's that bad boy? The Claymore. I mean, I think you could probably do it with a mace or whatever, but I mean, I'll probably just buy the sword. You put this in there. You're gonna be chucking in not the spark. Actually, is it the Algaris? Sorry, it's not that one. I need to craft that one too. No, it's the Algaris Competitor's Greatsword, where you'll see you have 10 heraldries, and you're gonna put in the Big Daddy heraldries, which are gonna make it scale to 639. Then in here, you can find. Let's see, where's the Symbiosis one? There's Ascension. Ascension could be good too. But Symbiosis is just stacking versatility, and versatility is good in PvP. More damage, less damage taken. So you'll stack that. And then while we're here, another thing that I would put under the optionals, but just so you know what I'm going to plan on crafting with my 2 like PvP embellishes, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft boots, I think, that will give me the same kind of deal, right? But instead of that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on there, this writhing armor banding, which will just double the effect of other Nerubian embellished items, positive and negative. So basically, the Symbiosis is gonna take like 2% of my health every 10 seconds or whatever, but then it's gonna give me double the verse, right? So pretty worth. And I'm gonna be crafting versatility and mastery for Fury. So that's really, really cool. That's what I'm gonna do for my 2 crafted thingies. And then with my bloody tokens, I bought a cloak because I usually buy cloak back in the day. So I bought cloak, and I'm going to probably buy the belt, and I can chuck a socket in that belt. It is going to be a haste versatility belt. So when I craft my boots, those boots will be versatility mastery. Then with my first week of Conquest, I'm going to buy the helmet so that I can turn the helmet into tier and chuck a socket on that as well. So remember, sockets now, they actually changed it. They now cost 3 Vicious Bloodstones and 5,000 honor instead of 2 Vicious Bloodstones and 9,750 honor. So basically you can spend more gold to save you honor. So you can get, you know, like I have 10 Vicious Bloodstones, and so I can get, you know, 3 sockets already. I can put a socket in my helmet when I get it. I can put a socket in my belt when I get it. And I'm probably going to end up just buying the bracers with Conquest as well. And then I'll throw a socket in those as well. So I have socketed helmet, socketed belt, and socketed bracers that are all PvP eye level as high as it can get, except for the, well, sorry, not as high as it can get, but it'll be as high as it can get for the bracers. And the belt and the cloak will be not as high level as they can get, but they're going to be purple. So that's how I'm using my Conquest. That's how I'm using my PvP bloody tokens. That's how I'm using my PvP quest. In terms of the tier token, I'm probably just going to go ahead and pick up legs. If you go to your set bonus and you look at your sets, you can look at the legs. They are haste mastery. You could pick up the legs, or alternatively, you could pick up the... well, there's really no other option. I might only play 2 set. I'm converting my helmet into tier from Conquest, so it's max eye level Conquest. That's also tier. It's going to turn into haste verse, and I'm probably just going to buy legs for haste mastery because all the other stats are bad. And I'm not even 100% sure that the 4 set is even that good to use. So I don't know. I'm not really convinced. I'll think about it later. But yeah, that's where I'm going to start with that. That's going to be the whenever you hit 1600, by the way, you get a token. You can redeem that in the Nerubian dudes. Let's see if I can find on the map. I think they're in town somewhere, right? Like over here somewhere in this area. So we'll have to find it. There's like a link on Wowhead for that. And then one of the things that's actually really neat that you can do is you can go to this guy and you can use honor to buy these forged aspirants heraldry, and you can still craft gear with the honor ones. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to use the aspirants heraldry to craft boots, because I'm probably just gonna have boots be my like crafted piece in addition to the weapon. And then what I'll be able to do, I imagine, is eventually, when I have enough Forged Gladiator's Heraldry from Conquest, is just upgrade those boots to purple, and then they'll be embellished with purple. Now, what this means is, I'm pretty sure that you can do this with jewelry. So you can also socket jewelry twice, and that's a pretty significant honor and bloodstone investment, right? Or gold investment, depending how you look at it. So what you can do is you can craft your necklace in 2 rings, so that when you upgrade them from honor to Conquest, instead of buying the Conquest rings and buying the necklaces or necklace off the vendor, you can just upgrade it. And I think that will preserve the sockets. So it's actually a kind of a really big deal that you do that instead of just buying it off the vendor. You probably want to spend a little bit of extra gold and craft them so that you can upgrade them, right? Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. I think that covers just about everything, but I definitely want to give Magnusz a big shout out because he's definitely somebody who I look to for like just all kinds of like warrior theory crafting. Hit him up about talent builds and stuff like that. Thankfully, I feel good about this. Usually our ideas align, and I'm pretty sure that we align pretty closely on this with buying the weapon. I think he decided to get honor crafted gloves, and he decided to buy I think something a little bit different. I think he decided to buy like the Conquest cloak and get the bracers from bloody tokens, but I don't think that matters that much. But basically, I think we have a lot of the same ideas, but the ring stuff and the necklace stuff I think is really, really awesome. So that allows you to save all your sockets, right? The sockets on the items are preserved when you upgrade them, and I'm pretty sure that is a really, really big deal. So I'm gonna drop these notes that I have made about what I'm doing in the little description of the video, but I wanted to make this really quick before I log in for the night because this is a hot topic, and I know I kind of breezed through it, but hopefully that makes it a quick, efficient, easy to watch video. So you can make sure that you grab your quest, your World PvP quest, your earning Conquest quest, and then do something like a skirmish or something, maybe even it's rated content after you grab the Conquest thing, to get your 9 forged Gladiator's Heraldries. Buy 1 more heraldry, craft your weapon. You can craft the other embellishment on boots or some other piece, whatever, gloves, maybe even bracers or whatever. And then I bought Cloak, and I will buy belt with bloody tokens, and I'm gonna buy helmet to turn into tier and socket with Conquest. I'm gonna buy bracers to socket from Conquest, and then I'm gonna redeem my 1600 token for legs, and then I'm probably gonna go ahead and craft those rings once I get enough honor, and necklace once I get enough honor, to then add sockets to them and preserve the sockets on them as well, so that I can then just upgrade them with Conquest instead of having to buy, you know, a piece separately, which is really neat that you can do that. You can kind of craft your own gear with the Conquest rather than having to pick it off the vendor, which is still convenient and cool, but yeah, for like accessories that preserve sockets, that's a big deal. If it doesn't preserve the sockets, that's troll, but we'll see. Hopefully don't hold me to that on that one, but I think that's the idea. I think it's pretty darn cool. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the stream. Feel free to hit me up with the questions and see how the gear progression is going. We're also hammering out PvE. That's a whole different ball game right there, and that may be sort of influencing some of the gear decisions I made, but thankfully a lot of the PvP and PvE is fairly distinct, except for the tier tokens. But like crafting, you can craft your PvE stuff with sparks, and your PvP stuff does not require sparks. What it requires is those heraldries. So you can get those from Honor for like baseline for crafting stuff, that just different stats or whatever that you want, for crafting embellishments that you're gonna hold on to, but then using the big forged gladiators ones to make the big daddy weapons and big daddy items that will keep it going. All right, that's my invite to Mythic Zeros. I gotta go. I'll see you guys on stream. Peace. All right,